So we're here with our media director's Z4 convertible, and he drives this thing to work every day, and it gets sit in the sun a lot. The sun has completely deteriorated the headlights, made it really foggy, and he's actually gotten a ticket from the police saying he needs to get this fixed or he's gonna have to pay a fine. So today I'm gonna show you how to remove all the oxidation and faded plastic from the headlight, restoring the headlight to a crisp, clear gloss. It's also gonna give them better visibility at night. It's gonna make the car look much, much better in the sun, and it's gonna give an overall better appearance to the vehicle. So let's get started. Today we're gonna be using a few tools here to get this done. We're gonna be using our sanding block and our 2500 and our 3500 grit sandpaper. These sandpaper is going to remove all the faded plastic from the headlight, giving us a fresh, clean surface, which we're then gonna buff off using our V line of polishes. So it's real simple, and we're gonna go through a few techniques to teach you how to do this at home using just a few products. So the first thing we're gonna do here is we're gonna clean the light using Glassworkz. Glassworkz is gonna remove any type of material from the light that's gonna interfere with our sanding, such as any dirt or debris on the light before we start the correction process. So just a few sprays to the headlight, and with a green microfiber towel, we'll wipe it down. As you can see, the headlight got better looking with just the Glassworkz, but once the water dries away, as you can see, it's completely hazed up. So before we get started here, we're gonna take some green painter's tape, and we're gonna go ahead and tape up the area. So here it goes. The offset. So now that we got the entire headlight taped up, this is going to give us protection against sanding on the paint. Since we're going to be using sandpaper to remove the oxidation and contamination from the surface, we want to protect the painted area so it does not get damaged in the process. This is an important key factor to protecting your vehicle. So to start the correction process on the headlights, we're going to be using our sanding block. This sanding block gives us a nice material to grab to while we sand, nice control of what we sand on the vehicle. We're going to start out using our 2500 grit sandpaper. These are a sandpaper with a sticky backside to be able to apply to the sanding block. So let's go ahead and put this right on the sanding block. It's real easy. So there we go. Now our sandpaper is adhered to the sand block, and we can start the sanding process. All we need to get the sanding process done is our sanding block and our water. So we use our water as a lubricant and sand in one direction on the headlight. That's going to remove any contamination from the surface. So let's get started. We saturate the headlight with some water, and with our sandpaper, we're going to go ahead and sand in one direction. We also want to keep applying water to keep the surface lubricated. Now, as you can see from just me sanding right here, this material that's coming off, that is the plastic clear coat that comes from the factory on the headlights. This clear coat has failed, so we're going to go ahead and remove it. Okay, so now we have our first set of sanding marks placed on the surface, and we've removed a lot of the contamination, leaving the surface very smooth. We want to make it even smoother. So we're going to remove our old sanding paper, which was our 2500 grit, and we're going to step it up to a 3500 grit. This is a 3500 grit extremely fine sandpaper designed specifically for color sanding paint and headlights. So just like our first set of sandpaper, we're going to go ahead and place this on the sanding block. So now we have our sanding block prepped and ready to go. Let's start our sanding again. Same process as before, so let's get it done. So now we have our sanding process complete. We're ready for the polishing. We've gone ahead and sanded the headlight with 2500 grit followed by 3500 grit sandpaper to be able to remove any deteriorated plastic or failed clear coat on the surface. As you can see, the headlight feels amazing. Just by the touch of my hand, it is completely smooth. But if you view the headlight, there is still scratches and a haze left in the surface. This haze is the result of the sanding process. It made the headlight plastic extremely smooth, but as a result, you have these markings in the headlight. Now, to remove those markings, you need to use a polishing process. So right here, we have everything you need to be able to remove any sanding marks from the surface. We're going to start out with our V34. This is our hybrid compound, and we're going to use this to remove any deeper scratches from the surface using our orange Hex-Logic pad. This is going to give us that initial bite to make the plastic looking crystal clear. We're going to follow that up with our V36. This is going to be our medium polish, and we're going to use that with a green Hex-Logic pad. This is going to restore the surface even more, bringing that crystal clarity to the plastic headlight. Next, we're going to follow that up with our V38. Our V38 is our final polish, and it's a true jeweler's polish designed to give crystal clarity to paint, or in this case, plastic. This is going to give us our brand new look that we're searching for, leaving us ready to seal up the headlight with some protection. Now, to use this whole process on the headlight, we're going to be using our Flex Polisher. This is the brand new Flex Polisher straight from Germany. This is the PE14. As you can see, it is a little unique. It has no handle, so that's why we chose this machine to work on the headlight. It gives me great control in a small area to be able to remove any scratches without letting the polisher lead me off the headlight. To utilize our Hex-Logic pads, we're going to use our brand new Evolve mini backing plate, and as you can see, this backing plate has a unique foam which bends and contours to the surface, making it great for the headlights, and it's going to fit with our Hex-Logic pads perfect. So once we get this set up, we're going to start buffing off these headlights. So we have our machine all set up, we've got our backing plate installed on the machine, and we also got our orange Hex-Logic, so we're ready to start the polishing. First thing we're going to do is take our V34, and we're going to give it a good shake, and apply a few dots of polish to the pad. This is a brand new pad, so we want to make sure it's properly primed. Should be just enough right there. This is going to give us our initial bite once we start the polishing. I'm going to go ahead and place a few dots on the surface, and give a nice spread, and start our polishing. So, watch and learn. So now we finished polishing, let's go ahead and wipe and inspect the surface. And as you can see, that's a huge, dramatic improvement with just one polish. We still got two more to go. So let's move on to our green pad with our V36. This is going to give us a even brighter finish, and it's going to prep us for perfection with our V38. So let's grab our V36 polish. Just like before, place a few drops onto the surface. And we'll go ahead and spread the product. Okay guys, so now we just finished our second step, which was V36 with a green pad. And as you can see, the light looks even better. It looks crystal clear, and we want to follow it up now with perfection. So now we're going to follow it up with that V38. So we finished our middle stage of polishing with the V36 and the green pad, and now we're going to move on to our final stage, which is going to leave the headlight looking even more crystal clear and give you improved visibility. And that's going to be our V38. This is going to finish off the headlight, make it crystal clear. So just like before, let's polish it out. Okay guys, so that was our final step, and now as you can see, once we wipe off any excess polish, our headlight looks like brand new. This is, I would say, very close to 100% restoration on the headlight, and so now that we're done, let's get ready to throw some protection on it. So now our headlight looks amazing. The owner is going to be very impressed with the headlight. They look really clear, and this is going to improve his drivability by far than it used to be. So now we want to prevent any fading from coming back to the headlight. We don't want to get that deterioration returning, which can if it's exposed to sun. So we're going to prevent that by using JetSeal. JetSeal 109 has a unique UVA and UVB protection formula built into the sealant. So it's going to protect the light for up to 8 months if we keep putting it on every once in a while. So let's go ahead and apply it to the headlight. All we need is 3 drops, and we're going to go ahead and spread it on the headlight evenly. And that's it, one thin coat of JetSeal 109. So we have a 20-minute dry time. We'll see you in 20. So it's been 20 minutes. Our JetSeal 109 is dried and cured, and we're ready to remove it and expose our crystal clear light. So there we go, guys. Our light looks crisp, bright, and brand new. It's going to give our driver increased visibility on the road. It's also going to increase the value of his car, making it look brand new. If you guys have any more questions about headlight restoration, check out our YouTube tutorials and check out our website, chemicalguys.com.